So, what is up, Diecast Collectors? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and yeah, let's just say that this is not a NASCAR Diecast review for once. This is actually something that I've been looking forward to do since I haven't done one of these for like quite a few months now. But as you guys know, the 2021 INDYCAR season has finally arrived, and I was probably going to upload one of these during the race that we had, which, by the way, what was your guys' thoughts? And more importantly, if that was your first ever INDYCAR race to watch, because, you know, I know a lot of NASCAR fans are joining into the INDYCAR season for this year because, you know, Mr. Seven-time Jimmy Johnson. So I thought it'd be a good way to go ahead and showcase another NASCAR driver that I'm going to review that actually ran in INDYCAR during what a weird year it was in 2020. Yeah, it's an iRacing car. Today is going to be on Junebug, guys. We got Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2020 number 3 nationwide Junior Motorsports IndyCar. This is a very, very, very surprising release that we got. But, you know, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. We know it's going to sell. But as you definitely tell, this was not a real thing. This was from the iRacing series that NTT IndyCar series did, which is pretty cool. It's very similar to what NASCAR did, but it wasn't really as mainstream as NASCAR made it. I think they broadcasted it on NBC, if I'm not mistaken, but didn't probably reach the numbers like NASCAR did with the Invitational Pro Series. But there's the back of the car if you guys want to read all that. But yeah, absolutely a very unique release that I picked up by my good buddies at Gutswear Racing, which, by the way, that is probably the place to check out. I'll provide their eBay page down below. And if their website is if available, I will post that too. But let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy and let's take a look at the Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2020 IndyCar diecast. And alrighty, guys, we got this beautiful diecast out of its box. And yeah, I mean, Greenlight Collectibles, man. Let me tell you what. If you guys are new to your IndyCar diecast collecting, Greenlight Collectibles are the ones that make this, and they've been making an IndyCar diecast for quite a while. But as you guys know, 2020 was the first year that they implemented the aero screen, and I probably said this in my other diecast reviews, but for anybody who's now watching, if this is your first IndyCar diecast review you're watching, then I got a whole playlist to show you guys entitled Indy 500 Month. Yeah, David, I kind of ripped that off for you, but since we're good buddies, I'm sure you don't mind that. But yeah, I mean, so you guys catch up on that because we do ourselves a lot of IndyCar diecast to be talking about. And I'm hoping this video gets a lot of good feedback because as much as I love doing my NASCAR reviews, I mean, heck, I'm really going to try to get a lot more people interested into IndyCar. And what more better way than to start off with a diecast review of a driver that a lot of people know in NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Jr. But this was pretty cool, man. I mean, this is the first time ever that we had an iRacing diecast produced for Greenlight. And, yeah, as you can see, there is some wear and tear. As you see right there, there are some paint chips. I mean, you will get this for Greenlight. But in terms of better quality, I mean, it's right here, guys. I mean, besides the paint chips, you're basically paying the same price for what you get with the NASCAR diecast. But look at this, guys. Mostly metal chassis, rubber tires. I mean, that's something you don't really see with the Lionel cars. But details very on point, and the aero screen looks really nice. I can't stress that enough how much of a great job they did for the 1/64 scale, but as we know for the 1/18s for 2021, those are going to be interesting because they're going to have the road course configuration. But looking forward to view the 2021 diecast as we're getting back to the 2020 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Nationwide livery. That's the term that we use for the Indy cars. And well, you know, NASCAR, I mean, when you look at a paint scheme, that's what you say in NASCAR, but with any other sport, we call them liveries. So you already learned some new terminology for anybody who's new to watching IndyCar, which I know there's a lot of you guys, so welcome aboard. But yeah, we got 3 for Dale, guys. 3 for Dale. But I find that pretty cool because, you know, there was another guy who also drove the 3 car that was in a Chevrolet. Oh, yeah, good old Elio Castroneves, but now that's going to be driven by Scott McLaughlin, which, I mean, goodness gracious, that PVG car is going to be looking amazing for this year. Looking forward to review that bad boy. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys remember Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his Nationwide car from 2017, I definitely see a resemblance in this. And that might be the car we're going to be comparing this to. But really cool that Dale Jr. was able to hop on board. And I think he drove this car for a few races, but I think he debuted this livery at the Michigan iRacing race. Ironically, I think he finished 3rd. So how about that? You get a double 3 for Dale. So I'm sure the old man upstairs is going to love that. But we got ourselves a bunch of Nationwide logos. And you see all these other logos right here. Usually I don't read the sponsors, but, you know, I mean, you can see them right here. Delora, Dirty Mo Media, Filter Time. And the Chevrolet logo looking very reflective. NTT IndyCar Series Junior Motorsports, probably the only time you'll see Junior Motorsports on IndyCar. 3, and Nationwide is on your side. We got more Nationwide logos that are on your side, literally on the side of the car. I think the only thing that I don't really like about the livery is how the Nationwide logo is kind of, I understand they couldn't really fit it right here because you don't really have that much sponsor placement. But you know what? I mean, they did a decent job trying to wrap that around. I mean, the livery still looks nice, but I think the word Nationwide probably, they could have shrunk it down a little bit and probably fit it into the body of this car. But hey, it's still a nice looking car regardless. And looking onto the aero screen, which you can see there's also some decals. Don't want to focus in too closely, but yeah, we do got a little paint chip scuff on the Nationwide logo. But look at that, guys. We've got a nice little wrap around. Ooh, yeah, green light does have the quality issues, as you can see right there. So, but yeah, and but yeah, really, really great job for the aero screen, man. I mean, these 2021 diecasts were definitely something to stand out, and I'm looking forward to see these cars in person at the 2021 Indy 500, so you know where I'm going to be during that time. So I mean, as much as I would love to watch 600 with all the guys at Discord, but heck, Indy 500 is something else, man. And let's just not remind, I mean, as much as I love the 2020 IndyCar diecast, let's just not remind how abysmal that Indy 500 was last year with no fans. I mean, oh my god, don't even get me started on that. I'll probably talk more about that when we review the Saudo 2020 Indy 500 winner, which should be coming out very, very soon, along with the 2021 IndyCar diecast. But yeah, I mean, beautiful diecast, as you can see right here. We got Speedway logos and Firestone tires. So compared to your Goodyear and Sunoco fuel, IndyCar is different when it comes to that. I must say, Firestone tires are absolutely fucking fantastic. And speaking of fantastic, guys, let's look at the side-by-side comparison. And what more of a perfect way to show off side-by-side comparison than Dale Jr.'s 2017 Nationwide car, which literally I definitely see this car matching very well. Two of my favorite things, Indy cars and NASCARs, and I might have said this many times when I reviewed some other diecasts, but I absolutely love when the sponsors and the paint schemes match perfectly. And this one right here is no exceptions. Absolutely love this as well, guys. I mean, maybe this might be the reason why you probably should go out and get this, because it matches great with the 2017 Nationwide car. I mean, this is just beautiful, man. I mean, the blue, the white, everything about this looks nice. And a lot of people are probably like, well, why they couldn't take the 88s? Well, the 88 actually is driven by good old Colton Herta, guys, but now he's moved numbers to the 26. So I guess you could say if Junior was to make a return in the iRacing IndyCar Series, which I don't know if they're doing that this year. I'm saying they probably are, but heck, can't beat the real deal, guys. As much as we all loved our iRacing last year, but the real deal is where it's at. But Dale Jr. ran pretty well in this car. I think he, like I said, he finished third at Michigan, and he came down to a fuel miles race. And I think he took a shot. He took a little jab at some drivers for pulling off a fuel mileage. Boy, probably say that to a certain someone who actually got their only IndyCar win at a fuel mileage race. Danica Patrick. But I found it kind of funny, guys. I mean, heck. Leave it to Dale Jr. to criticize the IndyCar drivers on how to win fuel mileage races. I mean, heck. Do I even have to say more about that? I mean, heck. Dale Jr. fuel mileage races. Gotta love it. That was pretty cool that he was able to get a podium spot, even though there's not really such thing as podiums in the iRacing IndyCar Series. But it was still pretty cool. And I think Simon Pagenaud was able to get that victory at Michigan, which is pretty cool. I do like that a lot. Of course, being biased because I'm a big Pagenaud fan. But yeah, I definitely will recommend picking this up. I think it's definitely going to be I wouldn't say a rare pickup, but I think we're going to be looking back on this later down the road. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, wow, Junior drove an IndyCar? Yeah, virtually. Because, 2020 was so damn weird. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this, guys. I'm planning to do more IndyCar diecast reviews. Hoping this will get a lot of good reception because, heck, I mean, either I can probably do more of these single diecast reviews or go back to the mega diecast reviews that I did with IndyCars. I mean, I don't know. Feel free to comment below what you guys want me to do. Because, as you guys know, I do have a lot of NASCAR diecasts to be talking about. But, heck, it's always good to mix things up and, bring something new to the table. And, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing more of these very soon as we're getting close to the month of May. But anyways, guys, it's been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys for watching the Diecast review. The Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2020 Nationwide is on your side. Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports in the NTT IndyCar Series, iRacing Series. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time on another Diecast review. And this has been OBB. Catch you next time.